NASA has sent many different animals into space. Among them, monkeys played a crucial role in early space exploration. Their missions helped scientists understand how living creatures react to microgravity. But did these experiments reveal hidden survival abilities in primates? Could monkeys teach us more about how humans might adapt to space? The first primates launched into space were rhesus monkeys and squirrel monkeys. They were chosen for their genetic similarities to humans. If monkeys could survive space travel, it suggested humans might too. One of the earliest primates in space was a rhesus monkey named Albert. Albert was launched on June 11, 1948, aboard a V-2 rocket. His mission was part of a series of biological experiments. Sadly, Albert's journey ended in tragedy when he died from suffocation. His mission, however, provided critical data for future space flights. NASA and other space agencies continued testing with monkeys. They needed to learn how spaceflight affected living organisms. In 1951, a monkey named Yorick became the first to survive a space mission. His flight proved that primates could endure the extreme conditions of launch and re-entry. However, surviving the trip was just the first step. Scientists wanted to know how space impacted biological functions. Would monkeys suffer from disorientation, muscle loss, or radiation exposure? NASA's later experiments monitored these effects closely. Monkeys in space exhibited strange behaviors at first. Some floated aimlessly, unable to understand the lack of gravity. Others showed signs of stress and confusion. Their instincts, developed over millions of years on Earth, no longer worked. However, something remarkable happened over time. The monkeys began adapting to their new environment. They learned to control their movements in microgravity. They developed strategies to stabilize themselves without gravity. This suggested primates might have hidden abilities to adjust in space. NASA researchers also studied their cognitive functions. Would space travel impact a monkey's memory or problem-solving skills? They ran tests before and after space missions. Surprisingly, many monkeys retained their cognitive abilities. Some even performed better after returning to Earth. Could this mean that space exposure triggered new survival instincts? Monkeys also demonstrated changes in their physical adaptation. Microgravity weakened their muscles over time. However, some primates instinctively adjusted their movement styles. Instead of jumping or climbing, they relied more on hand coordination. This suggested primates could develop new survival techniques in space. Monkeys also learned to use their tails differently. In space, their tails no longer helped with balance. Instead, monkeys used them as stabilizers, pressing against surfaces for support. These subtle adjustments hinted at a hidden flexibility in their biology. Radiation exposure was another major concern. Space is filled with cosmic radiation that Earth's atmosphere blocks. Would monkeys be able to survive long-term exposure? NASA placed radiation sensors on primate missions. They found that short-term exposure caused minor cellular changes, but the long-term effects remained unclear. Would monkeys develop mutations that helped them survive radiation? Some scientists speculated that primates could evolve resistance over generations. If monkeys could adapt, could humans do the same? These experiments raised ethical concerns as well. Sending monkeys into space meant subjecting them to extreme conditions. Animal rights activists criticized the tests. They argued that advancements in technology could replace live animal experiments. Over time, NASA reduced primate space missions. But the data collected was invaluable for human spaceflight. It helped scientists develop life support systems for astronauts. It also improved our understanding of biological adaptation in space. One of the biggest takeaways was neuroplasticity. Monkeys showed a remarkable ability to rewire their brains. They adjusted to microgravity faster than expected. This meant that primates, and possibly humans, could develop new instincts for space survival. Future missions could explore this even further. Could primates born in space develop entirely new motor skills? Would they learn to navigate without relying on gravity at all? Would their brains adapt to the new environment in ways humans can't predict? These questions are still unanswered. But NASA's early monkey experiments provided clues. They revealed that primates, and possibly all mammals, have hidden survival mechanisms. Monkeys learned how to function in an environment they were never meant to be in. This raises exciting possibilities for human space travel. Could we one day enhance our own survival abilities in space? Would long-term exposure to microgravity change how future astronauts move, think, and behave? NASA's monkey experiments might have been the first step toward answering these questions. Even though primate space missions are rare today, their legacy continues. The data gathered helps scientists understand how life adapts beyond Earth. If humans ever settle on Mars, these early experiments will have paved the way. Monkeys showed us that survival in space isn't just possible, it's adaptable. They demonstrated that the brain and body can adjust in ways we never imagined. And as humanity pushes deeper into space, these lessons will be more important than ever. The question remains: if primates can develop survival instincts for space, could humans do the same? Or could space itself shape the next stage of human evolution? NASA's research is far from over. The future of space adaptation may depend on what we've learned from these early pioneers. The results of these experiments could inform missions to Mars and beyond. Understanding how primates handle space travel could help us design better habitats. It could also lead to new medical advancements for astronauts. One day, humans may live permanently in space. To survive, we will need to adapt just as monkeys did. Could genetic modifications help humans survive in space like monkeys did? Would generations of space-born humans evolve into something different? Could microgravity and radiation lead to unexpected changes in our biology? The answers could change everything we know about evolution. If primates showed early signs of adaptation, what does that mean for human evolution? Could we see new forms of human intelligence emerge in space? Would humans born in space develop unique cognitive abilities? Would they struggle to return to Earth just as Earth-born creatures struggle in space? Could primates, if sent on longer missions, develop even greater survival mechanisms? The possibilities are endless. The lessons from NASA's monkey experiments still resonate today. They remind us that life is adaptable, even beyond Earth. And if primates could find ways to adjust, so can we. Space may not be our natural habitat, but if history tells us anything, it's that survival is about change. And when faced with the unknown, life always finds a way.